You know that feeling when you plan an event for weeks and everything starts falling apart right before it begins? That was me during my first ever online event. From delay promotional materials to losing half of my audience mid-webinar, I learned a lot and I learned the hard way. So I'm sharing this so you won't repeat my mistakes whenever you intend to start hosting events online and you're doing it for the very first time. In this video, I'll be sharing what I did wrong, what I did right, and what I will never do again. If you're coming across this channel for the very first time, I am Mateta, and here I talk about AI, freelancing, virtual assistants, and I share behind the scene on how I intend to build my dream life. Today, I'll be talking to you, giving you behind the scenes on how I hosted my very first online event, from how the idea was conceived to the last minute speaker changes, the challenges, the lessons, and trust me, it's a whole journey and I'm ready to take you on the ride. Stay with me, don't go anywhere. How the idea was conceived. It all started from a simple curiosity. Can freelancers really build sustainability? Can they build sustainable businesses beyond gigs? What is their retirement plan? How do they invest? How do they become wealthy? This curiosity bettered the topic, the business of freelancing. And for me, it was a space where freelancers will meet, connect, and grow beyond gigs. But it was simple, but bringing it to life was a very big deal. I never expected it to be like that. The delays and the changes. Getting speakers wasn't too much of a hard deal. I reached out to a friends who were experts in different fields, but getting their information for the production material took forever. I needed to be pursuing them. Don't relent on that part. The biggest delay come from producing our promotional designs. Everything was planned and ready, but the design took over a month. And at some point, I started feeling discouraged. Then I said to myself, hey girl, come on, you have to do this thing regardless of the promotional materials, with or without promotional materials. You have to go ahead. That taught me something very important. Even small production delays can kill your momentum, especially when you're trying to build excitement online for the very first time. You want everything to be perfect, so you give that first time impression. The promotion. Once I finally decided to go ahead, I picked a date and it was just a week. The promotional materials eventually got ready, and in less than 1 week, I had to do both the promotion and organize everything to make sure the webinar was a success. I shared the flyer across all social media platforms, attached the waitlist link, and started posting the countdown featuring each speaker. Before that, I've been dropping small hints about the event in my content, talking about freelancing, client work, and digital growth. And slowly, people started joining the waitlist. And about 18 to 20 people had joined the waitlist at first. Then I ran a 2-day promo ad, and then the speakers also posted in their pages. And by the evening of the event, we had 116 people registered on the waitlist. That's a big one for me. 116 people on the waitlist. It was a big one for me. Last minute changes. Just a day before the event, I added another speaker impromptu. She joined the group using the group link, and a friend told me she had deep experience as a virtual assistant. I reached out to her immediately. Thank God I did. And she said yes. It was chaotic. We had to redesign the flyer and adjust the schedule, but it was worth it. I wanted my audience to get maximum value for their time and their presence. And guess what? She was phenomenal. She killed it. She killed every part of the session. All the speakers were amazing. I was so happy that I organized this. And at the end, I was proud of myself that I was able to put this together. And that was a highlight of the event. I'm sure my audience got value, but there was an interruption, and we are going to talk about that as we go further. If you missed that webinar, the link to the webinar will be attached in the description box. So you just click on the link and go watch it. Get all the value for free. Let's go ahead. If you've watched this far, then I believe you're getting value from this video. Click on the subscription button if you've not done so, and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out whenever I upload a new video. Let's continue. Without wasting so much time, we are moving right into my event document. For me to stay organized, I had to create several documents, very important documents that help to keep everything structured so I don't miss out on any important thing I should do for the webinar. In no particular order, I'm going to walk us through the series of documents I used during this online event. You can take a thing or two from there to help you stay structured and stay organized. The first document I had to prepare was the content for promotional material. This document helped to ensure that the event message matched the theme and it was psychologically appealing to our target audience. Next, I prepared the webinar flow. I had to break down the event theme into smaller topics that guided each speaker's presentation to make sure that they are on point. Next, we prepared the schedule. Since it was a 2-day event, I arranged speakers for each day. I listed their topics and allocated specific times for their presentation and Q&A. I also made sure that the total schedule time was shorter than the official event duration. For example, our event was set to be for 2 hours, but the program scheduling covered only about 1 hour, 40 minutes or 45 minutes thereabout, to allow room for unforeseen circumstances. Next was the host guide. This is the most important part for me. Guys, this part I'm going to emphasize. If you've not considered this and you're starting you're hosting an event for the very first time, you should consider the host guide. I will tell you why. As a host, this was my most important document, right? Because it contains all my opening scripts, my transition notes, all the questions, the taglines, the call to actions, and even the speaker's bios for easy introduction. It helped me to stay on track, and even when distraction came up, I was able to follow up because I had the guest notes. This document became my blueprint and made the entire process smoother than I ever expected. Next, we are going to be talking about the platform I used for this online event. We hosted the event via Google Meet and streamed it live on YouTube. The whole idea was so that we give the speakers a private, calm space to present while allowing the audience to join and watch easily from YouTube, right? It worked perfectly well for a while until the technical glitch issues started. And that moves us to the biggest challenge of the event. Network was a biggest challenge of all time. During the first session, the audience suddenly couldn't hear me, and we had to create a second link, YouTube live link, but not everyone noticed the new link, so we lost a significant number of our audience to this issue. Still, those who stayed back got massive value, and that's what mattered to me, and I was grateful we did it, right? Another challenge was flow of engagement. Many participants didn't comment or react during the session, and that made it hard for me to read the room. I didn't know what was in their mind. As a host, you have to encourage engagement because sometimes it doesn't really come naturally. Try to encourage your audience to engage. Next was the speaker experience. Despite the whole class, our speakers were incredible. Each of them delivered deep practical insight, from freelancing systems to SEO to client relationship, personal branding to media and general business of freelancing. They were all professional and they gave in their best, engaging their audience and making everything. I was so happy, and at the end of the day, I felt the stress was worth it, right? Here are the lessons I learned, right? Done is better than perfect. Just start. You just need to start. Tech will fail, but your calmness and adaptability matters more in this situation. Build a community through consistency, not just one event. Your waitlist number will not be equal to your attendees. Focus on those who showed up and give them the value. And finally, the host guide will save you. Don't miss out on that. Here are my final thoughts. This was my very first online event, and this was the journey of how it went. It was surprising, stressful, and I learned a lot of lessons. If you are planning, my call to you is, if you're planning a very first event, it's your sign to do it afraid, do it tired, but just do it, and you will learn a lot from the process. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe to this channel if you've not done so. And if you found this video helpful, make sure share it to whom you think might need it. I will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.